All right, y'all. Let's give it a few seconds. Give it a few seconds. I know we got a lot going on tonight. I promise I won't be long. Uh, so probably within the next few seconds, we'll go ahead and get started.
Hey, can you hear me, Donald?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I surely can.
That's what's up.
All right. So I said a few seconds. So I really mean a few seconds. So this isn't my podcast. This is my guy Roger's podcast. So I'll go ahead and give it to him and let him orchestrate everything. So it's all you, Roger.
Nah, man. Hey, first of all, I just wanna give a big shout out to Donald for putting this up together. We've been meaning to meet to talk for a while now. So I'm just glad that we made it happen, man.
Oh no, for sure. Definitely a long time coming. Definitely a long time coming.
Yeah, so we have a lot of to talk about, but I think before we even get started with some of the topics that we have, first we want to tell everyone thank you for you guys for joining, and what we want to do with this podcast is we want to serve y'all. So if y'all have any questions, you got any doubt related to veganism, being black, being Hispanic, being black, Afro Latino, investment, any of those questions, just you're more than welcome to chop it up, put it in the comments, send it to Donald if you want to send it to Donald, send it to me, DM, however, and we'll try to bring those questions to any of these following some podcasts. What do you think about that, Donald?
Oh no, that definitely sounds good, man. Definitely sounds good, man. So before I let him take it away, man, I just want to introduce him right from my lens. I met this dude. We worked at J.P. Morgan's cybersecurity and IT, and
Yeah.
it was just really, really, really cool. And we sat with each other for a minute, and I didn't even know he was vegan. And he's the OG in the game, right? I've been plant based for about 15, 7 practicing veganism, and we'll get into that. But this dude really educated me on a lot of stuff that I know today. This dude is very into the lifestyle. This dude body builds. You can't see it, but the dude is jacked, and he's just not your everyday vegan. This dude be like eating like vegetables and stuff, and I be looking like, bro, like what up? Like, dude body builds, so it's crazy. You can probably tell just by his voice that he's jacked, but nonetheless, that's who this guy is. He's always been cool. And he also helped me on my journey. I thought I knew everything, and he educated me. So just thank you for having me on this podcast. This was literally my first love, talking about veganism, helping people in the Black community, educating people, challenging people to challenge any information that you ever get, challenge it. Like, it doesn't matter how good it sounds or who it comes from, to challenge that information. But just had to go ahead and give you your flowers, bro. Just appreciate you, man. I'm following in your footsteps as well. And let's go ahead and get started.
No, man, but it's actually goes back to you the same way. I want to give a little anecdote when I actually first met Donald the first time. Like you said, we were working the same project, and it's interesting because I get to this company and I saw this dude. Right, I'm like, yo. For first of all, you see our brother, and you kind of excited. Then second of all, he's doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm like, I didn't even know there was another guy being a BA just like me, right? And then when he told me he was vegan, I'm like, no, we instantly brother right here, bro. So we gotta live forever. So it was an instant connection right there with him. And then we just bonded from there. And then everything from the lifestyle to all different type of topics, we just connected. And he introduced me to a lot of places in Houston that I didn't know. So shout out to H Town because we represent H Town to the fullest. And yeah, it was great from there. So let's get these things going. So tell us a little bit about your vegan journey, so because a lot of people know you from other things, but they don't know really that you have a passion also for healthy lifestyle like plant based. So how does that start? So tell us a little bit of that journey, how that started.
Man, it's a real story, man. I was working at Methodist Hospital, and
Mm-hmm.
I was eating meat back then, and
Yeah.
no type of health, nothing. And I ate some brisket, and I was good for the
Mm.
rest of the night. When I woke up the next morning, have y'all ever had the bubble gut so bad that your knees start to buckle? Like you can feel it in your legs, and you like, oh my God, like I felt like I was dying, and so I was bored, and I was just like, bro, why am I so? So I typed in, why does brisket? It was crazy. I just put, why does brisket make you sick? Right? I mean, the internet is very powerful. You can type in anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for
Yeah.
anything. I was just like, why would brisket make me sick? And
Right.
I don't know where it fell on, but it was like talking about like meat and then cows and stuff. And then it started telling me how it's processed and how the animals are treated and stuff like that. And it was like a rabbit hole, right? So it was just like, okay,
Mm.
well, I see this. Well, what else? What else is going on? Like, what else is bad? What else is good? And I went down this rabbit hole to where I was literally eating rabbit food for like a whole 30 days. It was just telling me, hey, you need to clean out your body. I was spending like $20-$30 a day. I was juicing, and it was crazy because I just felt better. And during
Mm.
those days, the normal stuff, the stuff that we normalize was
Yeah.
no longer like normal for me. So you know how people be like, oh, you got an Advil? Like I got a headache. Or, oh man, my sinuses are messing with me. Oh, or just some random day you'll just have like diarrhea. And it may not be, and excuse my language, it may not be like, you know what I'm saying? It may not be like you're sick or anything, but you just may go to the bathroom and be like, oh, you feeling raw. Like for whatever
Yeah.
reason, those things has stopped. Like the
Mm.
headaches has stopped. Like I got the sniffles for a few days, the coughing, the phlegm, all of that has stopped. So the only thing was I had changed my diet. So I was just like, man, if this stuff is doing this for me in
Right.
30 days, then I will literally, I'm going to keep on doing it. Right. So I
Excellent.
did it for a little while, and then I incorporated like chicken and fish. And long
Yeah.
story short, I went to the Dominican Republic, and I stayed out there for a month. And we had chefs and maids, and they fed me to death. So by the time I came down here, like my stomach was bloated 24/7. I went 100% vegan, and I stayed vegan for so long that I was scared to go back to meat. And so I never went back.
Nice. Hey, but Donna, I know during that process there was like an evolution, right? So you started eating, you literally by little started incorporating different meals. And how do you came out to like now switch to eating more of a whole food plant based, drinking alkaline water? Like where that shift came about and how do you make that transition?
So, and before I get into that, and I'm trying to be
Uh,
quick with everything that I say because I want to be, efficient with it.
yeah.
Um, so there's a difference between being plant-based and being vegan, right? I want
Mm,
people to understand this, right? Being vegan is not a diet. Being vegan means that you care about animals, right? That means that you care about animals. It doesn't mean, oh, like I got a vegan diet, I'm eating a salad. Screw that. If you're a vegan, because I got chopped up when I was with Rob. Roger tell you, one of our managers, I had a leather belt on, and she drugged me through the mud so bad today. It literally almost brought tears to my eyes. She's like, "You're not a real vegan." When I think of vegan, I usually think of you, but not anymore. And she's saying it in front of everybody. I'm just sitting here like, dang. And it's like, your shoes. And it's deep when you're a vegan. You can't support zoos, right? Because zoos,
right.
you're taking an animal outside of their natural habitat for people's
Exactly.
entertainment. You know what I'm saying? When you ride horses, if you think about it, like, don't no horse want y'all fat ass riding it. Like, for five,
Being hit with a stick.
yeah, getting hit with a stick, and when they stop, like y'all kick them. You know what I'm saying? With like
Yeah.
these hard metal spikes. Like when you think about it, it's just like, dang, like that is messed up. A dog doesn't want a leash. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of things, circuses. You can't be a part of that if you claim to be vegan, right? Now you can say, I practice a vegan diet. Be
Right.
specific, because it's almost like a gang. If you say it to the wrong people, they're going to be outside your house with tickets, and they're going to be going live. But as far as plant-based is concerned, for the most part, plant-based means that you eat more of whole foods, right? And I wish I had my little thing. I should have set it up. But you have your Impossible Burgers, you have your Beyond Meat, you got, these different types of meat floating around. If it's not coming from something that's a whole food, so like mushrooms, black beans, cauliflower, then it's not those things are plant-based, but other things to where we don't know what's going on. It got these huge words, triglyceride and all this other stuff. It's man-made, lab-made stuff to mimic it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I became vegan, I was losing weight because I was doing stuff like Insanity and P90X, but ultimately, I understood that plant-based is better than being vegan, because vegan is your compassion for the animal. So I can eat French fries every single day and be like, I'm vegan. French fries is nothing but starch, right? Starch is what? Sticky. If you throw a piece of pasta at a refrigerator and it sticks, then what do you think that it's doing in your body? You know what I'm saying? So you want it to be plant-based. I want to know what I'm eating. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to know what I'm eating. I don't want to eat a mystery meat, because you really don't know what's inside of the stuff. So when I knew better, I started to do better. And I just really started to eat real food. And it gets really deep. But, if you put something foreign in your body doesn't know what to do with it, right?
Yeah.
So it stores it as fat, or it hurry up and pushes it out. So yeah, I've been now I'm plant-based, which means that I think 80% of your food, 85 to 90% of your food needs to be plant-based. Now, the definition of plant-based doesn't mean that you don't eat meat, right? So the meat can like 10%. Well, if you Google the definition, right, it'll say that like 85% of your diet needs to be whole foods, right? But of course, when we talk about plant-based, I'm not talking about meat, but of course, you look at the definition, it says that. But yeah, man, it's just like, if I know that they sprinkling crack inside of stuff, like, I'm not gonna eat it. Like, and so if you knew the stuff that you put inside of your food, you wouldn't eat it either. You know what I'm saying? So that's what got me to plant-based. And I'll slave over a stove. Like, I got a seeded watermelon right here. I got, some broccolini right here. Like, I got to know what I'm eating, man. So that's it on the whole plant-based.
So a person that is vegan can be plant-based, but a plant-based person might not be vegan.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, that's real. I can eat healthy, and I can walk around with my leather boots. I can walk around with my leather Giuseppe's and, all of this stuff. Animals, know.
Right. So just to elaborate a little bit on what Donald said, from a vegan perspective. So one definition that I get a lot when I ask people, when people talk about being vegan, is mostly like when you talk about not being part of anything that is animal exploitation, especially animals. So, and there's a couple of categories, right? You're talking about from a clothing perspective, right? Anything that is made out of leather, for example, belt, shoes, or whatnot. We're talking about food. We already mentioned that. We were talking about entertainment. When you talk about circus, right? And then you talk about transportation, you talk about horses, carriages, and all that, and we're talking about experiment because they use bunnies to experiment. So all these different things is what. But I also add to that is to also you not want to contribute to destroying the planet, because there's a lot of people that talk about conserving our planet, but then we know that one of the biggest, if not one of the main reasons why our planet is polluted and is destroyed is because of the animal agriculture. If you guys don't believe, there's a lot of documentaries that we can provide that have all these facts. So that's one little piece of information I wanted to add. But let's get back to the food. So what is it like your diet looks like at this moment? Like, what is it that you're eating? Like, tell me like a regular day, what is it that you're eating?
So a normal, so a few months ago, a normal day would be for me to drink some medicinal tea, right? Some burdock root tea, If you guys know Yogi makes really good, detox tea. It has nice herbs. It has your dandelion, it has your yellow
Yeah.
dot, your sarsaparilla. And then I'll eat oatmeal, right? Because I'm trying to, I like to bulk. I like to keep myself a nice size. So I'll eat oatmeal. And then for lunch, I'll eat like a bowl. It'll have kale, and I order the same thing every day. It'll have kale, it'll have avocado, it'll have mushrooms, it'll have tofu, it'll have croutons, uh, avocado vinaigrette, and like a little sriracha, and I'm good. On a bad day, I'll probably eat some Middle Eastern Mediterranean food, which it really isn't that bad, but it's a little bit more heavy in starches.
Yep.
And when I get off of work, I exercise, and then it's kind of free game. It's kind of like my dinner is kind of like my cheat, right? So I'll have quinoa with maybe some
Mm.
kale or some broccoli, and maybe like a vegan chicken patty or something like that. Now I eat nothing but seeded watermelon. Um, I eat seeded watermelon for breakfast. And like I said, each day it differs. I may have torchies one day. I may have green seed vegan the other day. I may have soul food vegan for dinner another day. So
That's
it
up.
just really depends. But ultimately, that's my daily, and I'm sitting at 200. So yeah.
Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. I like that. I like that. I like that you keep the variety because I think a lot of people when they think about eating vegan, they think it's nasty, or they think it's like we don't have option. Like, what do I'm gonna eat now? Like people think that meat is the only thing that in people's plate, right? Like, oh my God, what am I gonna eat? If I take out the meat, what am I gonna eat? But like, but now when you start eating vegan or eating plant based, whichever you wanna feed into, because we love it, all of y'all. If as long as you're on this side, you're good, right? But anyway, so with every category you fit into, as long as you constantly, I mean, there's a variety of food that you can eat, but people have no notion. So it seems like you don't know what actually is this whole vegan world or plant-based world. You don't really have the idea of what to eat. So you kind of fell into like, man, there's no option there, But actually, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things that you can eat, and it's going to a point that you, of course, I see how sometimes people struggle because they might have to learn how to cook, or they might have to learn how to prepare meals now, or where to buy, or read labels, or see what it is. So you have to go through this process. But trust me, like it's just the first time. Then you start getting better and better, and then you starting understanding how it works. So Donald, from like a coach perspective, like what are some of the tips that you'll give people that are trying to transition? Like what are some of the things that they can do to help them transition in a smoother way? Like what's some of the quick couple of tips that you can give them?
I would say know your why. Like why
Mm,
becoming vegan, right? So why are you becoming vegan? If you want to become healthier, one of the things that happens is if you think about the American plate, right? The American dietary plate. I would say 50% of that plate, or I'll say 60% of that plate is meat, 20% is starch, and on a good day, the remaining 20% is vegetables.
mm,
Maybe you probably double starch, right? But um, understand that you have to start. It's not about what you're taking off of your plate. That's half of the battle. The second half of the battle is replacing those things with things that'll help you on your journey. So if I got a plate and I took the meat off and I'm eating fries and then I got mashed potatoes and then, I got some noodles, that's nothing but starch. That's nothing but carbs. That's nothing, it's just all going to be converted into sugar. And to be honest with you, and I'm going to be totally transparent, you would have done better sticking with the meat, right?
mm.
Because ultimately, one thing that I tell people about veganism is that we don't eat animals that eat other animals, right? So we're not out here eating bears that eat fish. We're not out here eating lions and tigers, right? We're eating animals that consume,
Like,
their diet consists of what comes from the earth. So
yeah.
chicken, they eat from the earth. Turkeys, they eat from the earth. Fish,
Pig,
they eat from the earth. Uh,
pig,
Pigs, they eat from the earth. So all of the nutrition that they say is
cow.
eat is based off of the diet. A fish, salmon is very high in vitamin D, right? So instead of going to the sun, you rather eat salmon or get fish oil, right? Or instead of eating, from the earth, you're basically pimping the animal. The animal is the plug. This is you, this is the animal, this is the earth. You can take the animal out of the equation and eat straight from the earth, right? You can literally skip the animal, which has ups and downs, right? Was that animal sick? We know that these big companies don't care about if the animal was sick. You can read certain documentaries, and it's even in directions at some of these grocery stores. If animal flesh is starting to go bad, they'll just toss more blood on it. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? They inject these particular animals to look a certain type of way. So understand why you're transitioning into veganism and make it fun, right? I went to Kiss, right? How many of you guys heard about Kiss in Houston? Kiss is a live spot. It's a dope restaurant. It's maybe a 3-4 star restaurant. They got bottles. They got tomahawk steaks. Everybody's looking beautiful and sexy, right? But they have vegan options on there now. I can go to 5-star restaurants. What's that place when? I think I went to Capitol Grill, right? I had the chef make me a special vegan pasta. I go to Del Frisco's all the time. They make me a certain type of pasta. They have cauliflower steak. They understand that this particular diet is very important, but I would just say pace yourself.
Yeah.
Pace yourself. And the most important thing that you can do, it's not about what you're eating, it's about the education. Because if you're doing it just to lose some pounds, you're not going to stick with it. But if you can educate yourself and understand that, looking up ingredients or seeing what animal, flesh actually does, this stuff is in, what is it, the FDA files and stuff. They were like, oh,
Yeah.
pork, causes, has cancer causing type of, it's there hidden in plain sight. They say the best way to keep something from a black person is to hide it in the book or, something that you have to read. And it's there, but it's just like nobody cares, So I would just say to educate yourself and base your diet off of what you're educating yourself on.
Hey, that's a good piece of advice. I mean, I think just to add it to complement that, a lot of people they want to take maybe see what's your why. This is very important. The reason why you want to turn vegan, why you want to eat healthier, why you want to make that change. For some people, they have different type of approach. For me, it was a cold turkey approach, no pun intended. And then for others, might be a little step by step type of approach, right? Okay, well, I'm gonna do meat legs Monday, then whatever Tuesday, and so on and so forth. So whatever is your approach, try that, but don't stay in that same loop. Okay, I'm just gonna do meat leg Monday for 15 years, and you never go up to the next day, and so on and so forth. So just get into a flow, get into a rhythm, change few things, and then keep moving depending on what your context is or what your flow is, and then I think you're gonna find some good result. And see the benefit of it, like keep it fun, replace some meals. You can use some of these alternative products that Donald mentioned, like meal, Gardein, and some of these other products to kind of get you going, so you don't feel like you're losing or you're missing anything. And then when you start feeling better, then you start eliminating. But education is very, very key. Donald, you talk about the community. So let's get into it. So what has been, from your perspective, the acceptance of the Black community when going plant based, eating vegan, restaurants, and all that? Give us your insight on that.
Um, I would say that because I've been in this space for so long. It's really hard to get our people out of like the mindset. And like I said, I'm not here to like jump down your throat because I'm not the type of person. I went out with people, I've taken people out to eat, all type of stuff. I don't want to be socially awkward, right? But we have to be open-minded because I hate seeing, I'm a business person, right? I'm a business-minded person. When it comes to the medical facilities or medicine, people having diseases, people having, certain type of health ailments. And what people are willing to invest in are magic, right? So when I say magic, people want to wash a car with muddy water. And what I mean by that is that you will want to take some flat tummy tea, but you don't want to change your diet. And then you say it doesn't work, right? Or you want to take a certain herb that's supposed to help you, right? Not even heal you, but you want to take something that helps you, but you don't want to give up that habit that was the reason why you're at where you're at right now. People want to work out a lot because they don't want to change their diet. They'd rather run 8 miles. They'd rather lift the weights. They'd rather take all the flat tummy teas, but they're still eating the same. And then they wonder why they don't get the results that they actually want, right? And it just boggles my mind because if you really know, your body has to be able to absorb stuff. Have you ever seen people say, don't take this much vitamin C, don't take this much calcium because your body can only absorb so much? If your body is clogged up and your stomach is clogged up and your colon is clogged up, which these things absorb the healthy nutrients, it won't be able to absorb it. So it doesn't matter how much flat tummy tea that you drink. It doesn't matter how many herbs you take. It doesn't matter how many vitamins that you take. If your body isn't in a state to be able to absorb it, then it's not going to do anything. And in return, you're going to say that type of stuff doesn't work. Right. And it's just like, it's tough. But what I like about it now is there's so many things out there that taste good, right? You got your corny vibes. True Foods has some good foods. It's more on the healthier side. You got your green seed vegan. You got your soul food vegan. What else we got?
Lindana.
Yeah, we got Lindiana. We got all of these different places, so I can introduce my people to food that mimics your taste buds. Right? But you got to understand that when you transition your diet, those things that you cannot live with, you don't want to be attached to something that you can't live without. You don't want to be attached to something that you crave, right? Have you ever had anybody like, oh my God, I just want some water today. Can somebody give me some water? I just got a taste for some water. Can somebody give me some water? No, like you just drink the water because you know that's what you're supposed to do, right? You don't see anybody saying, oh man, you know what? Bro, I need some broccoli, bro. Bro, can somebody
I'm dying.
Some good broccoli? Can somebody, bro, I need hell, bro. Like my taste buds ill. And when you're addicted to something, right? How many people are addicted to cheese? Man, like cheese is just like you cannot move away from cheese, but there's an ingredient in cheese, I think it's called like casein or something like that. It's addictive.
It's a drug.
It is addictive.
It's a drug, yeah.
It's literally a drug that keeps people addicted to it. Coke.
Casomorphine.
Addicted to. They have poured Coke over corroded metal and it has made it clean. And that still isn't enough to get people to be like, if it'll take the corrosion off of rusted metal that soap and water and a hard wire brush can't get off, then what do you think that that's doing to your stomach? But that's not enough. It's not enough. We're so deep and we're so addicted that we're on drugs and we don't even know it. We're on drugs and we don't even know it. So I just want my people to, because everything is cool until it's not. Mm-hmm. Everything is cool until that doctor say, oh yeah, bro, you really got to stop eating that meat now. but now you already been diagnosed with something. So we have to be proactive instead of being reactive. But like I said, I don't want to be the weird person, so I live by example.
Right.
So that's literally me. Oh my God, like I didn't know you were 30, you were 36. Oh, you look so young. Oh, you this. Oh, you still got all of your hair. Oh, your teeth are like this. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just like I don't want to
Yep.
be the person to my own horn, but I just blame it on the vegan diet.
Yeah,
So
the same food that we are consuming is the same food that is killing us, right? So it's the same food. So why not stop? Let's not stop. Let's stop eating that food. It's not good food. I know transition had to be slower for some, whatever the case is, maybe. But you have plenty of options now. You got plenty of places now that you can go eat, and don't make that a habit. But still cook at home. Make it an official to eat a whole fruit pan base as much as possible. Like Donald mentioned, you have 80%. My whole food probably around 70, 75%, 80% around the same number too. That I keep it whole food for the most part. I have my meals here and there, my phone meals here and there too, because we social people and we like to do that as well. But the important thing is not to jump at the gun. Just stay consistent. Start eliminating things, eat good meal, good food, and you're gonna live a longer life. Try to trust us. Like we not be doing this for so long if it wasn't because we believe in it, and then we will also be talking about it. We don't believe in it. I would not be here saying that if it wasn't believing it. I actually just like Donald said, I live by example. I've been vegan 20 years. I started in 2002. I would not be doing this if it wasn't because I put my own life. Like I'm not crazy that I'm gonna be like I want to change my diet because I want to kill myself, right? No, I want to change my diet because I want to live longer, because I want to contribute to the planet and the animals and all the good stuff. But that definitely is one of the reasons. So we about a half an hour here, Donald. I mean,
I mean, the people are pretty steady. Are you guys enjoying the conversation? We're definitely gonna go off of the energy, and like I said, we'll probably be another 10 minutes, another 10, 15 minutes, and then we can go ahead and shut it down. But yeah, let's definitely keep it going, bro.
Felice says, "Hey, this is good stuff. My mom is vegetarian, and I do a few days with no meat sometimes." Hey, well, congrats. That's really good. I mean, we appreciate sharing the love there, and we encourage you to continue doing so, and then continue growing your journey. Um, yeah. So Donald, so let's talk. So what else you been doing besides being vegan? Let's shift it a little bit. So what else you got in your life going on? I haven't catch up with you in a while, bro. So I want to know what's going on with you.
Man, so wow, so a few years ago, I walked away
Mm-hmm.
from corporate America, and
Mm-hmm.
I got an opportunity to do something that I was passionate about. So you know, I was in the IT field and I was working at Centerpoint Energy, and they had a layoff. And I got laid off, and I was already investing, and I was so intrigued about it. And I was sitting
Yeah.
like at my desk, like making money. Like I think I was making like $300-400 a day, like from my phone. Um,
Mm.
just sitting here like, bro, this is crazy. So the job called me back and I declined it. So for the next 3 years, I was trading. I was a part of this company and I was trading, and then I was building my network as well. So it was very lucrative. I was around people that was making, $500,000 a month. Like it
Yeah.
was crazy. One of my elementary school guys is on the call right now. He's literally a multimillionaire strictly
Mm.
from trading, nothing else, strictly from trading. He's also, a pediatric cardiology nurse as well. I always got to edify my black brothers, man, when they in the building. So, this guy has made tons of people money, but I had to deal with a lot of people, man. I'm a very special individual. I consider myself very intelligent, over analytical at times. And being in this investment based space allowed for me to exercise my entrepreneurism, right?
All right.
And I understood that, like, I'm a good communicator, that I have a certain aura. I
Yeah.
move with love, And throughout that time, you know, when you have a lot of people that are dependent on you, it can get overwhelming at certain times. And so, of course, people came, people went, certain people stuck with it. A lot of people don't even know, but I just launched my own investment platform myself because it was a lot of people that had their hands in my pot. And, you know, my business no longer getting ran the way that I wanted it to get run, which was moving, you know, with a lot of love and transparency and really pushing the narrative of trading. And so a few days ago, I just launched my own trading platform. So that's what I've been working on. And I'm looking to just expand. Like, I have money coming in from, I have to say, about 5 or 6 places. Every week, 5 or 6 paychecks are coming through. Boom, 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 boom. For those of you that don't know, you know, my mom passed 6 months ago, 6 or 7 months ago, and it was a very hard time for me. And as an entrepreneur that was, you know, no longer working, I would get bored. And so I did go back to corporate America a few months ago. I was in the cybersecurity at Centerpoint again, crazy. And so that's another, you know, 6 figures.
Income, yeah.
And then I have my trading, and then I have my other things that I have working. And so I just really want to be able to be a light for people. You know, I got one of my friends that grew up, you know, in the hood with me. And, you know, just to kind of see, you know, Black people be successful, and then for us to uplift other Black people, and Black men being leaders in the community and being able to uplift like Black women as well, to push them so that they can be, you know, better people. Like, it's just a big ecosystem of love, and, you know, not necessarily telling people what they need to do, but leading by example and attracting the people that want to have that same success as you. So so that's really about it, man. For me, as far as, you know, like just being in the Black community, and this whole plant-based and what I have going on. But that's really about it. Other than that, I just like living life. Um I like to have that balance in my life. I like to travel the world. I like to see the world. I want to challenge myself. I'm an individual that gets bored very quickly. I get bored very quickly with certain things, so I need a challenge all the time, you know. So yeah, I hope that answers your
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of like the key to every successful entrepreneur, right? They always need to be challenged in some way, somehow. They don't see problem, they see challenges, right? And then challenges comes out with solutions. So that's when your creative start flowing to your mind. So that's absolutely a key to success. So when it comes to trading, you say you created your own platform. So go ahead and plug your platform. Tell us a little bit tell me about your platform and what can you
Um,
expect?
so you know, I was attached to a beautiful network. You know, it was a really huge network, tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people actually, and I met a lot of beautiful souls. But me being a visionary, I had a vision on how I wanted to run my company, and it was hard to do that when you were part of an umbrella and you expect
Right.
people that are attached to you to that, and for you to be successful, it was just like, and it's like kind of being in a relationship and your girl's friend is in their ear. It's just like, bro, I can't even flourish because you keep questioning everything that I'm doing, you know.
Right.
So I wanted to create something because I'm a trader, right? Contrary to what people like to, I guess, you know, attach it to, you know, I invest. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm looking at Nasdaq 100 right now. Like, I can't make,
Mm.
like, I'm waiting on the entry. And I just wanted to give people an opportunity to really learn the skill. I've gotten really, really good, and like, people are making millions of dollars, you know, and it's people will like, ha ha. And, you know, people will look at me and be like, oh, bro, you doing it. And it's this, and this. And it's just like, well, you know, I try to put everybody on, and I get it, right? I don't want you to put yourself in a messed up situation, but ultimately, like I said, I don't really want to brag. I don't want to attract the wrong energy because I'm all about energy nowadays. You know, my mom was a
That's
very
right.
person, and if you know me, I'm a very loving person myself. So I just try to keep that light alive. and let her live through me. But ultimately, that's really about it, man. We just really trade, and we call out trade opportunities throughout the day that'll give you 1,500% increase on whatever you invest within minutes or hours throughout the day. I got a millionaire that's on the call right now, and it feels weird talking like this because I feel like I'm back there. But this guy, he has a business, and we're in business together, and people see him make millions of dollars, and he even shares his login information to his investor portfolio, because there's a lot of people that talk like, oh, we're making all this, and they really not doing it. So he's just like, here's my investor password, and you can go and look at my account. And you look at his account, you got several hundred thousands of dollars up in there, and he makes that like daily. And so he created a platform to where he trades for people. So he has an account that's several hundred thousand, and everybody puts their money in there, and he grows it like on a daily basis, like crazy. And so we just kind of partner together, and that's literally what we're doing as far as the investment world. But that's really
So
about.
Donald, so let me ask you a question. So let's say I want to start trading with y'all. So what is the first thing you let me know, and how much do I need to get me started?
um So basically, it's 50, right? The name of my company is called FTP, and it stands for the people, right? Because a lot of people say that they for the people, but my whole
Right.
thing, take money out of the equation and see if people will do the same thing. Take money out
Mm,
of the equation and see if they'll still do the same exact thing and they can't benefit from you. That's what a real OG is. When you give somebody game that you can't benefit from, only that person can benefit from it. So I know a lot of these, platforms, and it's nothing like, all of this is great, right? I don't want anybody
right.
throwing shade. All of it is great, but some people can't afford $200-300 a month. So $50 a month
Mm,
is pretty legit. And you start what you want to start with. I think it's a $50 minimum, and you can start and you can grow that $50 to hundreds of dollars within a week. It depends on you. It
mm,
depends on how fast you want to go, but it's crazy, man. And like I said, I was talking about this years ago, and now you can't even turn on the news and not see it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's it as far as that's concerned. But I'll be pushing it more. Like I said, I'm
Yeah.
protective of my peace. I've gotten into a lot of situations that disturb me, and losing my mom along the process. I'm getting back to myself right now. So, I'm just kind of keeping a tight knit circle.
Man, it's been great. I think we touched on a lot of topics, and it was been a great conversation, Donald. And I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to continue this going. Maybe once a month, or I don't know, depending on how, like you said, the energy of the people is, or reaction is. But definitely, I think a lot of questions are gonna come either from both sides, right, from the vegan side or from the investment side, and it's gonna be a really cool. And I commend you. I congratulate you for what you're doing, not only for yourself, for the community, for everybody else. You're an inspiration. So continue doing that, and we're gonna encourage you to go ahead and keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Gotcha. I think this would be kind of interesting. I do want to open it up for a few minutes. I think we have a few minutes. I do want to open it up for any questions. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns about being vegan, being plant-based, certain type of like ailments, food, like anything, like just drop it in the chat. Um, I don't know
Mhm.
everything in the world, but I'm pretty seasoned. Roger, he's 20 years deep as a vegan, and we're here for you guys. Like, we're not here to try to make money or or the cloud or try to put ourselves out there. We're here because we want to share
Yeah.
our journey, and hopefully our journey can shed light on somebody's life, because there's somebody out there struggling. There's some girl out there that hot girl summer is here, and they are that hot girl body, and they just really need to know what to do, or somebody maybe sick or something. So I challenge you guys to just open up and just ask something in the chat. Just ask anything in the chat. We won't put you on blast or nothing like that. I want you guys to be interactive. I know y'all probably be quiet, but
Yeah. Yeah, we feel the same way. It's yeah, we're not doing this for the cloud. This is we're really passionate about this, about promoting healthy lifestyle, about people empowering themselves. I know Donald, and from years that we worked together, and from even from back after that, we kept a friendship going, and I know his intentions are pure. So you guys have anything for us, we'll be glad to help you with anything regarding either of those topics. So we really appreciate you guys for that.
Gotcha. So we
Hmm.
got one question. What's a good place to try for someone who is interested? So it depends on what you want, right? So if you want to be like really, really healthy, I would say try green seed vegan. Green seed vegan. I mean, everything on the menu, you can't pick a wrong item. Um,
Yeah,
I won't say that it's the best. I'm not gonna lie,
yeah,
the burgers are lit. The burgers are really, really lit. Like I said, everything is made from scratch. So to know
yeah.
that to know that ingredients are coming from something whole, to like they got brownies that they mashed up blueberries, and you can taste like every ingredient in there because it's real and it's not processed. Green seed vegan is pretty good. Soul food vegan is pretty good too. It's more of an alkaline, but they do have fried food, which is cool, right? If you want some good food, like some comfort food, I say try Corny Vibes.
Uh-huh.
Portuguese tacos. They have a taco called the Mofo. Oh my goodness, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. It's really, really good. Um,
I like green vegetarian is good too. I like
you know,
Chef Kenny is Asian.
they
Was
closed
that
down.
they closed down now?
Green vegetarian cuisine.
Yeah, they did. They closed.
Yeah,
Oh man, they were good. Well, well, if you go to San Antonio, they have two restaurants there, Herb Burger, and then they have a green vegetarian as well. So you can check it out there if you go to San Antonio. Project Pollo, you want comfort food? It's
yeah,
pretty good. It's pretty good. I know they're open. um, yeah, it's just so many restaurants. Houston, Atlanta, vegan. They're
yeah,
good too. Chess Kenny, if you like Asian food, it's pretty good too. In my opinion, it's one of the best. Man, there's so many places in Houston now. Cause
yeah.
it's
I mean, I
unbelievable.
notes, man. Like the Chef Kenny's dude, he was like a
Woo!
in Vegas. When I tell you this dude's menu has from sushi to shrimp to beef to pork, like anything you can think of, rice, milkshakes, freaking fried rice, it's crazy and it tastes amazing. So I think green seed vegan if you want to be healthy, soul food vegan, semi-healthy. Project Pollo is really, really good. Um, I like Corny Vibes. Oh, and Lindiana's. How can I forget? Lindiana's. It's spelled exactly the way that it sounds, and you can look it up on Instagram. What's the best way to kickstart a vegan lifestyle? I want you to educate yourself. Educate yourself on why you want to become vegan, right? That's the only way it's going to stick. Like, educate yourself on why you want to become vegan. I promise you, the more that you know, the better the transition is. So it's just like saying, oh, like I want to talk, if you're interested in a guy or something like that, and you just like, you chilling, you're like, yeah, bro, I'm just dating, right? And then you find out he got 10 baby mamas, you find out that he got a record, you find out that he do this. It makes it easier to leave that individual alone. And so when you find out why meat is bad for you, what the benefits of meat could be, but while it always comes with an offset. And when you understand like how, animals are treated as a result of us eating meat every single day, then it makes the decision better because every time you're about to do something, your information will kick in and be just like, hey, if you do that, some little pig is getting slaughtered. Because I'm gonna go to the next question, but I do want to tell you this. Real carnivores, which are people that eat meat, they just eat meat. They rip the animal to shreds and they eat the meat. They don't rinse off the blood. They don't do any of that. Like, can you really? go into the jungle, get a knife, and gut it, and slice it up and eat it. If not, then it's just like you're skipping the process, and you're really not about that life, but you just like the way that it tastes. But would you be able to stomach seeing it actually happening? So educate yourself on, you know, health wise of why you want to make that transition. And I hope that answered your question.
I
Um,
want to add something. I want to add something to that. Also for the person that are asking how to start. Another thing that I will suggest is to find a community or to find a group of people, friends, maybe some vegan friends. The reason why I said is because you don't want to feel alone. You don't want to feel asylum. You don't want to feel like you're doing this and you're crazy. But then by finding people that are already in the lifestyle, it allows you to kind of have a sense of like, oh well, if they doing it, I can do it. Or what are they eating, and then kind of follow. But I will suggest to follow or to at least have an idea or a community of people that you see yourself being like. You don't want to follow this almighty person, whoever person that is this strongman competition, and you're not even in that. You're not even competing for no competition. So try to find someone, a group that you can relate with, you can relate to, and then see what they do and see what they eating, and that allows you to feel like you're part of something.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree. It was hard for me to be social. I would go to these lit parties and just be sitting in the corner, and it's just kind of like, "Hey, Donald, you not
Yeah.
gonna get food?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." And they just like, "Hey, Donald, like take this shot," and I'm just like, "Bro, I ain't got nothing to eat to soak up this liquor, bro." So I can't now. I look socially awkward because I'm not eating and I'm not drinking, and I'm just sitting somewhere chilling, watching everybody else eat. Crazy thing is, I went to my brother's birthday party, uh, birthday dinner on Saturday, and we went to Papacitos, and I was just sitting there at the table watching everybody eat, and it was just
Hmm.
really awkward. Now I wasn't hungry because I had just came from the dentist, but
Yeah.
because I can get like a taco, I can get the fajitas, and then they'll get bell peppers and stuff like that, and I can make my own little taco. But you have to be ready about that. You got to be ready for people to come at you and make fun of you. But just understand like why you're doing it. Sometimes, to counter what Roger said, sometimes this is a journey you have to take for yourself. Sometimes people are not gonna believe in you. And it's crazy because they won't believe in you. They'll eat meat, they'll do all the stuff that you don't do. One day they're gonna hit you up and was just like, say, bro, what's that fruit that you eat that cleans you out, man? What's that vegan place, bro?
Yeah.
So and
Yeah.
so is doing a challenge, and I want to eat good, and they'll come back around. But sometimes you have to make
Mm.
that particular journey by yourself. But yeah.
Another point, just to end on that, is like find food that you like. So don't, if you starting like they said, you never have vegan food in your life, which apple is vegan, rice is vegan, whatever, right? A taco is vegan. So let's say you never done vegan before, for example. You start with food that you like. What is it that you eat on a regular basis? If you never had any type of education with nutrition, by going vegan is not going to make you an expert in nutrition right away. So it comes down to what Donald was saying. You have to go through the education process. So educate yourself on nutrition, and then add that to the vegan or a plant-based lifestyle or diet, and then start with foods that you like. So if you like eating, you like eating rice, beans, whatever it is that you eat, okay, well, start with those meals, replace the chicken, and then maybe do a garden chicken, for example, and then there you go. You can start your vegan journey. But start with foods that you like. Don't just jump right away. Like, you know what? I'm gonna eat quinoa, broccoli, and that's it. And I'm gonna drink all my water, and that's it. Because see, there's a level to this, right? And I don't want to sound cocky when I say it, but takes, especially for a lot of people. I don't want to scare you off. We want you guys to stick to it and stay in it. So anyway,
Nah, that's powerful. That's real powerful. Like I said, education. I think education is the most important thing
yeah,
because, and we got about 5 more minutes. If you can do more harm than good by becoming vegan, if you don't know what you're doing, you can
right,
become nutritionally deficient in a
yeah,
lot of different things because now you have to start hunting for stuff to where you get your daily amount of vitamins, right? Or minerals per se. So now you have to eat based off of your minerals, and you have to find something that you actually like, and you have to find something that's feasible, right? You can't fry mushrooms every day because that's a whole process. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. Or you can just supplement it with some whole food vitamins, you know. And the thing I like about whole food vitamins is because they're from plants. So, you know, I have vitamin D3, which a lot of people lack in the vegan diet. And, you know, it naturally comes from the sun, but you at work all day and you miss the sun. And if you're melanated, you got to spend more time in the sun. And I think the highest form of vitamin D3 just in the food, you know, world comes from like salmon, right? Salmon, fish oil. Um, and so you would need to get it from mushrooms now. Mushrooms are very, very high um, source of vitamin D3 because, you know, mushrooms has pores in it. And so mushrooms sit in the sun and the mushroom absorbs the sun and, you know, holds in the vitamin D3, D3. So when we eat the mushrooms, you're actually getting that. So you see how like all of the things that we eat is literally a plug to the source. It's just like, just do the right thing and you don't have to worry about that. But yeah.
Yeah. We got one more question, one last question.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes. Anybody have any questions? And like I said, you know, we're here for you guys. You know, we're here to, you know, educate you guys on our lifestyle of what it is that we do know or what it is that we don't know and how we can assist you guys. Even if you don't care to become vegan, you know, educating yourself on what it is key. And I think that's what we're trying to accomplish with this particular podcast. So if anybody has any questions, just type it in the chat. It doesn't matter what the question is. Like, I can tell you some crazy stuff that I shouldn't even say on the camera of what veganism can do for you. But yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Right.
We got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Last call for questions. Man,
Yeah, man.
I literally came from the gym and I was like, what am I gonna eat? Well, I was
Yeah.
on the phone with you. I was like, what am I gonna eat? It's crazy because I got a seeded watermelon sitting there, and I was just like, should I eat watermelon? I was just like, nah. I was just like, let me, you know, cook up some broccoli, and I got some vegan butter, and
Uh-huh.
and it's so crazy because everything that you eat is from the earth, whether it's been manipulated or not. Like you can
True.
get butter from coconut, like like cold pressed coconut, salt, and maybe a few drops of grapeseed oil, and I promise you, it's gonna taste exactly like butter. I cannot make this up, man. And it's just like, so you trying to tell me I can take 3 ingredients and make as much butter as I want, or you can read the back of, you know, your tub of butter and see 50 ingredients and not know what any of them actually means. And so it's just
Yeah.
like I got this drink right here, and it literally has 4 ingredients. It has, you know, dark cocoa, vanilla, um, coconut milk, and
Milk.
like I know exactly what's in there. So it's crazy. Like I know y'all probably think I'm cap. Like even this, I got my plant based tide that I'm using to hold up my phone. So like we really do this.
You know about that life. Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't no fakers or nothing like that. Cause, and I'm gonna end with this: health isn't about what you eat 100%. It's about what you have around you. It's about what
Mm.
you put on your skin, what you put in your mouth, what you put on your hair, what you're inhaling, like the candles. It gets so deep, and we are so deep in the rabbit hole that it's like trying to climb out of a 60-foot grave, man. So
Yeah.
I want to pass it out. If you have anything else, you want to say, it's 10 o'clock. So,
Nah, that's it. I mean, we appreciate you guys, and this was fun. We have to do it again, brother. And y'all stay safe, and we see you guys in the next time. All right, man.
all right, later.
Later.